Good afternoon. This is Atmospheric Alex here with yet another severe weather forecast and discussion for today. As we look later into this afternoon, this evening, and even a little bit of tomorrow, even though we still have a very uncertain forecast ongoing, mainly thanks to horrible model agreement. So, we're going to first take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. I like to show this graphic off a lot because it is easier to interpret here where your severe weather chances may occur today. So, without further ado here, you can see your severe weather chances are very concentrated here across portions of the northern plains here, portions of the Midwest, and going down into the Ohio Valley. And this is where I do expect our higher chances of severe weather to occur today, even amidst all that uncertainty here. But let's kind of dive in this a little deeper. We have our level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale in the yellow. But up here in the oranges, we have our level 3 out of 5 in the severe weather scale. And, this is where I expect a little more significant severe weather to occur later on this afternoon to the evening. And how we could tell that is when you take a look at our wind probabilities, we do have the chance of 70 to even 80 mile an hour winds through this whole corridor. You could even see upwards of 90 mile an hour winds in some of those clusters that go across that area later on this evening. Now, I've been watching the models lately and it's been looking rather concerning there. And of course, we cannot forget about our significant hail risk up there as well. That will probably be for 2, maybe 3-inch diameter hail. So, if you have to be outside later on this evening, up into portions of, western Minnesota, southeastern North Dakota, eastern South Dakota, and even portions of central to even eastern Nebraska, stay weather aware as these storms could be quite impactful. Alright, here's a part of the video you all have been waiting for. This is our future radar predictions here from the HRRR model. Not a forecast, this is just a model and what it's saying here. So, this will give us a good idea where storms could form and what environment they could be in. So you could see later on this afternoon, have some severe weather chances up here into Kentucky that kind of skirt down off to the southeast here. This probably won't be too significant, just like a cluster of severe thunderstorms, possibly moving south. Again, there's a ton of uncertainty here. It didn't even pick up the convection ongoing this morning, so a lot of model adjustments will occur later today. But I do expect strong, possibly even severe thunderstorms. Definitely not a tornado in East Tennessee. I don't know. This thing is being a little crazy this morning. I don't know what it's had, but yeah, this for sure is not going to happen. So this is why you need to take your models with a grain of salt here, especially when they don't initialize conditions correctly. So, just something a little funny there I just noticed. And you get, some severe weather chances. Again, I don't really think this will happen. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. If anything goes off, it'll set off everything else. It's really a nowcasting situation, which will require a lot of time and patience. Now, moving on later this evening, I am a lot more confident that we're going to see explosive thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm development up here into Bloomington, Greensburg, Cincinnati, Louisville, even Lexington getting in on the action there. That is, again, where I do expect more vigorous thunderstorm development. And these storms continue to overspread. I mean, you take a look here, especially Louisville getting hit with a pretty severe storm there. Again, we can't exactly tell where these are going to go. Hence why my thumbnail has so many question marks, so many arrows. We don't know where these storms are going to go. Frankly, there's too much storm energy out there to really deal with. So you could see more severe thunderstorm. This is going into tomorrow morning. Again, uncertainty, but the moral of the story is really, I think these time frames will have a higher chance, not a guaranteed chance, but a higher chance at severe weather. Like I said, this evening and tomorrow morning look pretty decent for severe weather up there in the Ohio Valley regions. Now we'll also note more thunderstorm activity across Kentucky. Again, we'll have to see if that happens. This probably will, though. Again, across the same areas over the past few days here. This is getting a little bit old, same song and dance here. A nice little system of severe weather pushing across portions of Missouri, Illinois, even Kentucky there. We're talking St. Louis getting an eye action, Farmington really getting it. Paducah, you might want to watch out, as well as Evansville. So we'll just have to see. Again, these clusters out in this particular area are more certain. You have a lot more storm energy. You have, a lot more model agreement in general. And we can't forget about you folks in East Tennessee. Again, this is even more uncertain. We'll have to see if this ends up happening here. Big time storm there, but a lot of uncertainty issues that are still plaguing our models here. This continues to grow upscale into a Boeing feature. We got more storms here. Take that with a serious grain of salt. And then just an explosion of everything you can think of here across the entire Ohio Valley, Corn Belt region. It just doesn't stop. This is the pattern we're going to be in here for just another day after this. But some very explosive thunderstorm development, I will note. Here. I mean, we could be talking about damaging winds, large hail, and wouldn't even rule out a brief spin-up tornado if anything could get fully discrete or not. And to name off some locales here, we have St. Louis, we have Bloomington. I don't think Cincinnati will get out too much just in case they do. We have Louisville, Lexington there. Evansville probably will get on it. Bowling Green may end up doing it. Poplar Bluff, Paducah, you get the idea. Even Jackson down there in Jonesboro. We'll just have to wait and see, though, on that as that continues to move through. As it will continue doing, and we still have more storm activity up here going into West Virginia. And for Friday, yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if this is even going to occur, so just a lot of stuff here is just flying off the walls. We don't know what's going to really happen, unfortunately, here. Now, I'm not going to leave you all out up there in the northern portions of the Midwest. I mean, you all have been dealing with a lot this year, and I think it's only fair to talk about you. I would like to note storms will once again continue marching, and this model here in particular, the HRRR, does show a possible derecho setup here into Minnesota. We're talking, hey, I mean, ground zero here of Minneapolis could really get slammed later on. We're talking, if I were to give a rough time frame, probably between 7 to 10 p.m. tonight. So please, if you're up there, stay weather aware. Turn emergency alerts on your phone just in case, there are significant warnings that happen up there. And we have another cluster moving through Iowa here, not nearly as significant, so just, again, pay attention to the forecast tonight. This derecho feature moves through, and it actually transfers some of its energy off to its southern brother here. Look at that. And this barrels straight towards, we're talking Chicago, Madison, Milwaukee, South Bend, Lafayette, Peoria, ground zero, Springfield, ground zero, maybe Fort Wayne. And we'll have to wait and see. Some models do show this Boeing segment, curving like this. So it is important just to monitor the forecast here. This is the time of year where you're going to see your more, eastward moving systems go to a more southeastern type of system there and kind of move more into deeper portions of the Ohio Valley and even the southeast and mid-Atlantic. Now this continues through here and begins to weaken. Again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen there. And we could see additional strong, maybe severe thunderstorm development across portions of Wisconsin on Thursday. Again, please be cautious when looking at the models here. And before I forget to show you all tomorrow's outlook here, we're going to take a look at it here. Bonafide slight risk, 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale there across portions of the Midwest. And, that's mainly going to be accompanied by damaging winds, what we've been seeing this entire time. Here we go. So we have our 15% wind, a little bit of hail risk. Again, just your typical classic summertime mesoscale convective chaos across those areas, if you will. Well, that about does it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed greatly, and I do want to give a bit of an apology for not being able to upload over the past few days. I've been dealing with quite the sickness here, but I have finally gotten over it, so regularly scheduled uploads will come back to the channel now. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like. It'll help grow my little corner of the weather community. And be sure to share this with family and friends, and maybe even, subscribe to the channel if you would like, so you can receive updates as to when I will upload new videos. But with that being said, that about does it for today's video, and I'll see you all back here for a tropical weather update to dispel some of the crazy hype going around about potential hurricanes and stuff. We'll get into that later. Goodbye.